Welcome back to my English Learning YouTube channel, my dear subscribers and viewers. Today I will discuss voice sense, the topic which is going on in my YouTube channel. Okay, I have already discussed the voice sense of future indefinite tense. That means the tense which consists of shall or will. And all of you know that this is the only tense where we get shall or will. Okay, after the subject, and in case of voice sense we use be after shall or will, and past participle form is always the main characteristic of voice sense, you know. So I am writing a sentence of future indefinite tense. Here the sentence is he will write a letter, okay, shortly. He will write a letter shortly. So this is a sentence of future indefinite tense. Here we have used will after the subject, and if we want to change it into passive voice, then what should we do? We must use this object as a subject of the sentence, okay, a letter, and there will come here with the letter, a letter will, and we have to write be here, okay. No be verb will come because there is not any be verb in future tense. That is why the be itself will come. The other form of be will not come, like am, is, or was, were, okay. So I hope you have already got the point. So a letter will be written, okay. A letter will be written by him shortly. So this is the voice sense of future indefinite tense, and we have already discussed this rule of voice sense while we discussed the voice sense of future indefinite tense in my previous video. Today also I will discuss such type of sentences which conclude or which include the modal auxiliaries or models, okay. So what do we mean by models or modal auxiliaries? So there are 24 auxiliaries, and we have already discussed the passive voice of those auxiliaries which include am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had. Now recently we have learned the use of shall or will, but other models or modal auxiliaries, other models, that means which we have to learn in passive voice are, you can see can, could, may, might, okay. We have already learned the passive voice of shall or will, so we have to learn would, should, okay. Would, should, then we have to learn the basic voice of must, okay. Would, should, must, used to, ought to, okay. Used to, ought to. So these are the models, and all these models have the passive form, okay. That is why we have to learn the models of the passive voice, the models of the passive, this passive voice of these models, okay. So here I am writing the title, passive with the following, okay. Passive with the following models, or model auxiliaries. So here the rule, what the rule will be here, the same rule will be applicable here which was applied in case of future indefinite tense, because in that tense we used be after shall or will. Here also be will come itself, okay. No auxiliaries will come here, be itself will come here, okay. So this is very simple. When we learn the passive form of future indefinite tense, actually there is no need to learn the passive form of these auxiliary models separately, because the rule is the same with that of the future indefinite tense. Here we write here I am writing active voice of these models, subject, and there will be can, could, may, might. All these models will come here under the banner of this rule. Okay, so subject, can, could, will, would, shall, should, everything, every word will come here. Then the main verb. Okay, main verb must be in its present tense. We must always know it, that when we use these models or auxiliaries, then we must write a main verb in its present form in active voice. Okay, present tense. Then we have to write the object here, and if there is an extension, we have to write. So this is the structure of passive voice. Here we write one, and here two. Okay, now I'll write some examples, one or two examples. Okay, now I am writing I can do the sum. I can do the sum easily. Okay, I can do the sum easily. So this is the sentence of these models where we have used can. Okay, now it is the sentence of active voice where I want to write he used to play cricket. He used to play cricket in his childhood. So this is another sentence where we have used, or I have used to. Okay, this is the sentence of active voice. And if we want to change this structure into passive one, and what should we do? We have to write subject, and this subject will be the number 2. Okay, this object will become here the subject. All of you knew that. Then we have to write can, could, will, would, whatever models is written here, that model will come here. Sometimes it may come, that means it may be shall instead of will, or will instead of shall. Otherwise the same form of the models will be here or must be used here. We cannot write could in place of can. Okay, in case of voices. Now be will come, because this is the only thing that will come excessively in passive form of these models. Then past participle, this is the most important characteristic of all passive forms. Okay, then by will come, and object, that subject must be used here as an object. So this will be number 1, and there is extension. So we'll turn these two sentences into passive. Okay, now I'll write this at the top or above these sentences, because you may not see if I write below of this structure. Okay, so I am writing here only. So one implies, now if I write this that this is a sentence number 1 and this one is sentence number 2. So one implies we will write the object here is the sum. Okay, the sum is the object here, the sum, and we have to write can. We can never change this. Okay, so always remember this, that there will be no change of the models when we change a sentence into passive one having these models only. Okay, so the sum can be done by me easily. Okay, there is I and it has become me here in its object form. This one is the sentence of passive voice. Okay, again sentence number 2, that means 2 implies we will write he used to play cricket in his childhood. So what he used to play in his childhood? Definitely the answer is cricket. So cricket is the object here, and we have to use it as a subject. Okay, so cricket used to be, we have to use this word only. Whatever models is present in the sentence, we have to use that models only. We cannot use other model instead of the existing model in the sentence. Okay, so never forget this rule. Never forget this rule. Sometimes you may be get puzzled that we may we may use could in place of can. This is never correct. Okay. In case of passive voice, it may be correct in case of narration, indirect speech. Okay. That is another thing, another chapter of English grammar. So cricket used to be played by him in his childhood. Okay. So this is the passive form of the sentence, he used to play cricket in his childhood. So to get a complete idea of this rule, we will write some more sentences for our practice here. Okay. So I am writing some more sentences on the board. You can see and make your conception clear by looking into these sentences very carefully or sincerely. Okay. Now I am writing some more sentences. That is why I am erasing this structure, because you have already known, and I hope you have already memorized this structure of active and passive of this word. Okay. Now I am writing some more sentences for practice. First of all, I am writing here a negative sentence, but which is very important for all of us and very often used sentence. Very often used sentence. This one we should not encourage this indiscipline. Okay, we should not encourage indiscipline. So this is a very good sentence which contains a morality also. So this is a sentence of active voice, because we can see there is not be present here, and the verb is in its root form, that is in present form. That is why it is a sentence of active voice. Okay. So I have written A here. So I will write the answer here. Number 2. They must finish the work right now. Okay. This is also a sentence of passive voice. Sorry, active voice. Here I write A for active voice. Then I am writing the third sentence, which I will write in passive form. Okay. Which I will write in passive form. Okay. Here you can see our motherland ought to be loved by us. We may write here by us or may not write. This will be a discussion of another rule. Okay, but right now we will write by us. But if we don't write by us at the end of this sentence, it will be very better, because the expression itself, that means the sentence itself expresses the meaning without the use of bias. Okay, here we are writing here, because this type of sentences will be discussed later. Okay, now this is a sentence of passive voice. Okay, again I am writing number 4, that means fourth sentence, which I am to write. They could help the beggar. They could help the beggar. Again, I am writing number 5. So there are so many models. No, I am trying to use each model in one sentence. Okay. Now we have already used should, here must, here ought to, here could. Okay. Now we may use shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might. Okay. I may use may here. Okay. I may use may here. So I may. Okay. I may use. I am writing that sentence only. Okay, I may use your telephone. I may use your telephone. So this is another sentence which is also written in active voice. So here I have written 5 sentences, and we have to practice these sentences or change the voice of these sentences, some into passive and some into active. Okay. Now you can see we should not encourage indiscipline. So this is a very common sentence and also very important sentence for all the students and for all of us, because this sentence bears a great morality where everybody should maintain discipline in life and nobody should encourage indiscipline, because it will create a chaos in the society. Okay, so it is a matter, discussion for it is this matter is a discussion for another matter. Okay, for another thing. So indiscipline is the object here, so we must write it as an object. Indiscipline. Okay, indiscipline. Then we have to use should, and not is present here, so not will come. Indiscipline should not. Then what should we write in passive? Only be. We have already known it in the rule of the passive voice or in the structure of passive voice. Okay, having these models. Okay, so indiscipline should not be encouraged. The main verb should be in present past participle, should be encouraged by us. So if we drop by us, it will be a good sentence, but we will not drop right now because we will learn this type of sentences later. Okay, so you just know indiscipline should not be encouraged by us. So this is the basic form of we should not encourage indiscipline. Okay, now they must finish the work right now. Here the object is the work, so the work, and model is must. We have to use this must only, not other word in place of must. Okay, the work must. Then be will come like this. The work must be. Here we have to use the past participle of the main verb, that is finished, 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 finished. So the work must be finished by them. By them right now. By them right now. So this is a sentence of passive voice. Here our motherland ought to be loved by us. So this is a sentence of passive voice, and we have to change this sentence into active one. So here we have to drop by and be. Okay, and after the word after by is to be written as the subject here. So it is us, and here as in the subject form it will be we. Okay, so I am writing we. We ought. There is ought to, so you have to use ought to only, not other words. Okay, we ought to, we ought to, we ought to, and we should be dropped or deleted. That is why we ought to love. We ought to love our motherland. Okay, we ought to love our motherland. So sometimes it is seen that some students make mistake in the use of this verb. They sometimes it is seen that they write the past tense or past participle form here, loved, like this, okay, encouraged. So please try to note or look into the sentence and always remember it, and you must remember it. In active voice we never use the past participle form of the main verb after model, shall, should, will, can, could, may, might. Okay, so always remember it, and you must always remember, otherwise you will be confused and you will lose your marks in the examination and your language will be incorrect. Okay, now you see we ought to love our motherland. Love our motherland. So I hope you are getting the point. I am explaining everything in a very lucid way, in a very simple way. Okay, now they could help the beggar. That object is the beggar, and it must be used as a subject. The beggar. Could will come here. So never think that we can use can in place of could. No, never. And you can use could in place of can. It is never true in case of active and passive voice. Okay, so the beggar could. Then it will there will be. The beggar could be. Here the verb help must be in past participle. The beggar could be helped by them. By them. Okay, so it is a sentence of passive voice. So you can see all these four sentences and same we are changing the voice in the same way, same manner. No any different or separate rule. Okay, the same cassette is being played again and again. Okay, same cassette. Okay, you see, I may use your telephone. Here the object is your telephone. So we have to write here your telephone. You telephone. So may must be written here. May your telephone may. Then there will be be and the verb is used. Main verb here is used. That is why you have to write the past participle of it and it will be used. So your telephone may be used by me. So I hope all the sentences are very simple and I think I could explain the sentences very simple way, in a very simple way, and my thinking is that, or my hope is that you have already understood what I have explained to you. Yet I am reading all the sentences again for your better understanding. So you see, number one, we should not encourage indiscipline. Here indiscipline should not be encouraged by us. Okay, number two, they must finish the work right now. Now I have written here the work must be finished by them right now. Again, our motherland ought to be loved by us. Here we ought to love our motherland. We have changed this sentence from passive to active here. Again, they could help the beggar. The beggar could be helped by them. Again, I may use your telephone. So the answer is your telephone may be used by me. So I hope you have already understood the voice sense of these models, and I always thank you, and I am always grateful to you that you have been watching my videos in a large scale. That is why I always thank you, and again thank you for watching my videos. Thank you.